Chinese tourists involved in a fatal crash near Rotorua have described passengers dangling from their seatbelts after the bus flipped on its side. 4 adults and a young child were killed when the bus failed to make a bend in the road in wet weather yesterday on State Highway 5 near Ngatira. 22 people survived, but several were injured, with some still receiving treatment at Waikato and Rotorua Hospitals today. There's been an outpouring of support for those involved from Rotorua's Chinese community, and survivors are said to be incredibly grateful for their care. Our reporter Nita Blake-Persen and cameraman Nick Monro are in Rotorua and filed this report.
For some on board the bus, this New Zealand trip was their first time out of China. They had only just begun their 12-day tour of New Zealand and Australia, arriving in Auckland on Tuesday before it was tragically cut short. Passengers spoken to by RNZ have recalled the bus brakes being slammed on before it slid out of control and flipped onto its side. One man travelling with his wife described dragging themselves from the crash before heading back to rescue 2 more people. One of them was stuck in their seat thanks to their seatbelt and was dangling above the ground. The harrowing experience has been deeply upsetting for some.
Apparently, they are very traumatized by the incident, and what I'm doing is try to give them as much help as I can.
China's ambassador to New Zealand, Wu Shi, was visiting patients at Waikato and Rotorua Hospitals today. She says officials have been working to alert the families of 4 adults and 1 young child who were killed. And she's been supporting survivors.
What I'm doing is try to give them as much help as I can. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the New Zealand government, the police, and the hospital, and the local Chinese community. They are doing their best to help those people who are injured.
Rotorua's Chinese community has also been quick to rally to support those involved. A local Chinese restaurant arrived at the hospital today to drop off food, and others have been providing translation services as well as basics like toiletries.
They do need some help, but they're all in a very stable emotion. And when they're seeing us, because I'm come from the same hometown, same city with them, so when they hear my voice, my accent, they feel close.
Police say they are interviewing dozens of people about the crash, but any conclusions as to what caused it are some time away.
We wish that all the Chinese tourists will be safe while they are traveling in New Zealand, because tourism is a big part in China, New Zealand.
LNZ International Travel, the tour bus involved in the crash, was not available for comment. In Rotorua for Checkpoint, Nita Blake-Persen.